Yes, ma'am.
What do you know about Fayette County Public Schools achievement gap, and what experience, if any, do you have in closing achievement gaps?
I'm very aware of the gaps that are here. There's actually been tremendous improvement made in those gaps, and there continues to be. It's very impressive, the focus that's there from the community and from the school district. In my district, we have achievement gaps that have predominantly been in the area of students at risk, students with disability, and there are similar type gaps that we've had to work on. We've heavily focused in the area of literacy and in math by taking and looking at each individual strategy that we need to put in place so that all students could be successful. The particular one that I would make note of is the improvement we've made in our literacy. We've made double-digit gains each of the last 4 years in improvement in our literacy rates, and are doing that across all levels, and having particular strategies where the gaps exist to expand even more beyond that. And so it would be my focus here, if I was selected for this position, to continue the efforts that have been going on. One of the things that I'm most excited about, and actually would like the opportunity to learn more about, is the culturally responsive teaching that staff is learning about in the schools. I think that's an exceptional opportunity for staff and to learn about how to work with students and to make sure that we eliminate barriers and make sure we build the right type of relationship so that students can succeed.
Can you explain your experiencing in closing or narrowing the achievement gap?
The achievement gaps that we've had in Davis County are somewhat different than they've been here in Fayette County, but the first thing we have to remember always is that all students should have the opportunities to learn, and all students can achieve at high levels if we focus on that and put the right strategies and opportunities in place. And so with that being said, as you think about that, we think about what does it take to make sure that happens. The first thing I think that you have to have is the right relationships in place. That starts with the teacher and the way that the teacher interfaces with the students, but it becomes the whole culture of the school district is that everyone understands that positive, caring relationships for students builds the right culture for student achievement. Now, with that background, in our district, our gaps have been focused in the area of students with disabilities and students who are at risk in a poverty standpoint. And we have heavily focused on reading and math, of course, but I would like to highlight the work that we've done in literacy and reading. We recognize that we had a systemic problem at the district level that was not specific to only particular groups, but it was across the board. And so we first looked at the whole literacy plan and how it would be used and how it would be applied across the district at all levels and all content areas. And once we had a solid plan in place and a measurement tool in place, we then went to the specific group areas to see where the gaps were and how we would address them, and brought in appropriate professional development training for staff. We provided interventions for students where they were needed, and I'm very excited to say that we have had double-digit improvement in our reading gaps for all of our students over the last 4 years. And so it just has to be a continuous effort, has to be supported by the community, and it has to be something that's monitored and followed up on a consistent basis.